Yo, yo, yo. It's your boy Ben. Welcome to the Chicken and Rice podcast. I'm here with Ali Starr once again. And before we start the podder today, I didn't do this before, but I need to do it more often. I need to plug my sponsors, okay? The podcast has 0 sponsors, but Ben, the owner of the Chicken and Rice podcast, has some sponsors, okay? So we have Young LA. Young LA Code Chicken. It goes pretty well with the Potter because Chicken and Rice podcast. Code Chicken on Young LA. Code Chicken on Echo Vision supplements. Think that's it. How are you doing today, Alistair?
I'm doing great. How about you?
I'm doing all right.
I'm very lethargic after that last meal. Has a lot of fats in it.
How many fats?
There's like 100 grams of avocado and 6 ounces of red meat. So with trace fats and like just fats, probably like 15 to 20 grams.
15 to 20 grams.
It just usually makes me more tired than when I eat like chicken and rice.
Yo, make sure the mic, right, is like...
right there.
It's got to be
Is
pointed at your mouth. Yeah. And you got to talk.
There we go.
Like, be talking.
Yeah, not mumbling.
Don't mumble. Bro, there's one person that comments on every single one of my TikToks. He's like, bro's always mumbling about something. I love it. I think it's hilarious because he follows me. Like, it's like he hates on me all the time, but he follows me and comments on like every video.
That's funny.
And I love it because like all the comments help, obviously. And yeah. So
I do mumble really fucking bad. It's really bad.
Yeah, people say I do some weird shit with my mouth when I talk.
Apparently, I am like my mannerisms are really fucking weird.
Really?
Apparently. Yeah, apparently. But
It's alright.
I can't
Fuck
look
it.
at myself, so whatever.
When I look
Fuck
in the
it.
mirror, I'm fucking jacked, so I don't care. You know what I'm saying? Type shit. But we were going to talk about, like, bodybuilding and, like, the fucking costs and benefits. I guess if there is benefits.
Well, more so like even like, so when I got into bodybuilding, TikTok wasn't a thing, and Instagram definitely glorified like the fitness industry to a degree, but with TikTok giving such a large platform and such a large like community and cult like like thing to certain young influencers, a lot younger, you know what I mean? Bodybuilding's become more of like a fad, I feel like, in the past like year or two.
I feel you.
I feel like there's a lot of people that bodybuild, no hate, that don't even really bodybuild because they don't know what it really entails. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like they're working out and counting their calories and macros, but like there's that, and then there's bodybuilding.
It's like it's bodybuilding versus the aesthetic revolution.
Yeah,
as they call it. You know, just training for aesthetics. But it's like you gotta. He's not in the way. It's fine.
All right, bet.
You gotta think about like what you're doing it for. You know, why are you lifting? Why are you eating this certain way? Because if you don't like have that in your head, like your specific goal, it's like what are you even doing? You know. And obviously, some people just go in there to have fun and shit and to be like a little healthier. But like, I think a lot of people call themselves bodybuilders when they're just like going there to, you know,
be the best version of them.
Yeah.
And that's two totally different things is what I'm breaking. You know what I mean? Like, so, and not even just enjoying the destination. Like my favorite quote is, the man that enjoys walking will go a lot farther than the man that is like enjoys the destination or the place that he's getting to, if that makes sense. So,
Yeah.
You know, I bitch about stuffing my face, but in reality, like I wouldn't do it every day for the past 3 years if I didn't like bodybuilding.
Yeah.
If I didn't love this shit. You know, like I'll do it when I'm sick. Like literally when I'm sick, can't breathe out of my nose, like force feeding, like sick as hell, not wanting to eat. And I'm like, because I feel worse about myself when I don't execute on my shit.
Yeah.
You know, like my meals. You know, at least I can do is when I'm sick is get my meals in, especially if I'm sitting in the house all day. So I just like, if you love bodybuilding and you know what it entails, I feel like you attack it differently. You know what I mean?
Very true.
It's more of like a, You know, people are like, well, why don't you just substitute your macros or calories like for meals and go out to eat and enjoy like a meal every day? And I'm like, right there, that's like the difference.
Yeah, very true.
You know, like, so that person probably just enjoys being aesthetic and training and counting calories and macros and being as healthy as they can. There's nothing wrong with that. I, on the other hand, I don't miss meals. Like, you know, like you don't miss meals. Like I don't miss meals.
5 meals a day, baby.
Yeah,
You're like 7.
I bodybuild, you
Yeah.
know? Like that's what I do, and I fucking love it. Like, so my point is, if you're not ready to like stuff yourself for years on end, if you're like lacking in mass, for instance, I'm very small, like I want to do classic, I need to grow. I've been bulking for the past 2.5 years, like 3 years now, pushing. So it's a long time. If you're not ready to eat food on end, like till you want to throw up, end on end on end, and then if you're not ready to do that and go into completely different direction when you prep, like go from eating yourself sick to starving yourself sick, and then doing that over and over and over and over again. That's your life. If you don't enjoy that,
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
and if you don't understand that that's your life, bodybuilding is going to be a rude awakening for you, and you're going to really fucking hate it.
Yeah.
And you'll probably develop a terrible relationship with food and with the gym in general.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's definitely not for everybody, I would say.
No.
It's not the easiest thing. But luckily for me, I have like a huge appetite, and I tend to put on like fat very easily, so I don't have to go through like the force feeding like a lot of people do. I feel like that's more for like hard gainers or like people that are like skinnier, that like are just relatively like leaner.
They just have a higher. I just have a higher basal metabolic rate than you do.
Exactly.
So
Yeah. So it's like,
I just burn more calories at rest.
yeah.
So like,
And I have to ask, in your opinion, is bulking or cutting harder?
cutting. What is cutting? Because
Prep. Like getting down to fucking
like
4%.
like peak week.
Like 4% body fat.
Like peak week. Dude, I've told you, I've cried looking at my fucking oats before, bro. Like, my first prep, I literally was staring at my oats in the middle of the night sometimes. Because you get hunger pains where you can't sleep.
Yeah.
I'm waking up at like 2 a.m. because I'm so like, dude, my stomach is in knots because
And
I'm
you
so
don't even
fucking
want
hungry.
to do anything like throughout the day. Like, you just fucking lazy as shit.
Yeah, so like into prep, harder than bulking. Now, like the beginning of prep where you're just slowly like cutting.
Oh yeah, it's easy at first.
It's smooth sailing like that. I'm like, yeah, dude, this is awesome. And as you get more shredded, you're like, dude, this is fucking fun.
Yeah.
Like, and then it starts to suck, and then you're like, fuck, like I want to die. Like, so that sucks. Now,
I think it's very relative to the person, for sure.
So like I have a hard time eating. Prep isn't a hard time for me until I get to like no carbs. It's like carb cycling, like 2 days no carbs, days carbs, things like that.
Yep.
That's where I'm like, whoa, okay, fuck this. Now, bulking for me is incredibly hard because you see me like in the hotel, especially when I'm like not in my environment. I'm like, I fucking baby barfed my last bites of food up, and I'm like swallowing the baby barf.
Yeah.
So that's not fun either.
Yeah.
It's like, okay. In reality, I would say, again, it's very relative, but it's like, it's almost like when it's super hot outside, you want it to be fucking cold, right?
Yeah.
And then when it's fucking cold outside, you're like, oh, dude, I just want it to be warm. So,
Yeah.
like, when I'm bulking, I'm like, oh, I just want to be shredded and cut. And then when I'm cutting, I'm like, dude, I just want some fucking food right now.
Yeah, it's like, that's a good analogy, I would say.
Yeah.
For sure.
Because it's so flip-floppy. You're like, right now I hate bulking, but I guarantee you when I'm on prep, I'll be looking at you like, dude, I just can't wait to fucking eat food again. Like, dude, yeah.
We were in Houston, and we had a hotel, and he's like eating his meals. And I would say, like, honestly, you probably weren't hitting your calories for the day, and it was still hard for you to eat. And we're like, fucking, this dude's watching motivational eating videos. Fucking Brian Shaw is like,
You have to eat.
you have to eat. I want to throw up. And I'm still eating. Fucking Ronnie Coleman comes in. 8 meals a day, 600 grams of protein, and straight to your face. That's how you build muscle. You know what I'm saying? And then you fucking, what's his name? Jay Cutler's coming in. Like,
he ate so much fucking food, bro.
you see the pictures of him when he was like fat as shit?
Oh shit, dude, that motherfucker. He sits there. He's like, I'm eating 10 meals a day, sometimes 12. But that's what you got to do if you want to be the best in the world.
I eat a meal, and an hour later, 60 minutes, I'm eating another one.
Yeah, no, real talk. And these meals are like absurd.
Like 800 calories, probably more.
Yeah, dude. He said I'm going for like 250 grams of carbs per meal. I'm like, how much you shitting, bro? Like, holy God. Like, dude, oh my God.
Gotta get him some of that fucking fiber.
He's got baby wipes all over the place. If he doesn't, I don't feel bad for his fucking house and
his toilet is probably fucked. Destroyed.
So again, it's like that whole process of like just know what you're getting into with this entire thing. There's nothing wrong with not wanting to bodybuild. But I see a lot of kids who don't. For example, that kid we met in the gym today,
yeah,
he likes bodybuilding. You can tell.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He's sitting in there after working out, trying to pose, actually really trying to get better. He genuinely probably wants to get as big as he can. He was training seriously. The kid enjoys this. Now, then there's the other people that think they enjoy bodybuilding, and no hate again, and get into it, and it's a rude awakening.
Yeah.
They're like, dude, I can't eat chicken for a month in a row. And I'm like, a month? Bro, like, I'm talking 10 to 15 years, bro. Like, and you can't eat chicken for a month?
Yeah.
I'm like, dude, I'm 5 to 6 years into this shit. And I'll be like, dude, I can't, like, chicken is just so, and I've tried everything, ground turkey, chicken, white fish. It all fucking sucks after a while. Chicken is the most consistent thing when it comes to, like, as far as what sucks the least amount right now is chicken.
Chicken is the move, bro. That's why chicken and rice is going to the fucking moon. Because it's chicken. Chicken's great.
No doubt.
And then we got red chicken, pink chicken. Everything's chicken. You know what I'm saying?
It's just the only thing that you can cook in, like, I can cook in multiple different ways. So, like, dude, ground turkey just, like, I can cook it in meatballs, but it fucking sucks ass any way you spin it. Like, it tastes like gravel, bro.
Ground turkey, right?
Yeah.
I hate ground turkey,
dude, it tastes like
bro.
gravel, bro.
I'm
dead serious.
Never fucked with it. And that's another thing, too, is, like, people think, like, different protein sources are, like, magical, but, like, at the end of the day, it's all protein. So, like, yeah, you're going to get different, like, micronutrients and, like, different protein sources, but like if you prefer beef over chicken, you don't have to eat chicken. If you prefer like ground turkey over like chicken, then you don't have to eat chicken. But it's like it is protein at the end of the day, right?
No doubt. So like the number one, there's a hierarchy of needs with meal plans. It's like first one is
macros and micros, right?
Well, yeah, but the first one would be compliance. So
yeah.
Again, like you just said, if you don't like ground turkey, why the fuck would I give you ground turkey on your meal plan? I could give you tilapia, cod, mahi, chicken breast, egg whites. Dude, like whey protein. Oh my God.
Yeah.
There's 6 other different things right off the top of my fucking head. Greek yogurt, 7. Right off the top of my head that I can give you.
Yeah.
That's a lean protein. Greek yogurt's probably the least like appropriate choice because it's not a complete protein.
Yeah, I would say the best choice is the one that you're going to actually enjoy eating and eat consistently.
Exactly.
You know?
So, again, adherence. And then the second hierarchy would be calories because calories need to be on point. And then the third would be macros. Then fourth would be micronutrients. Then it's like meal timing. So, like, what's your schedule like? How many meals a day can we get in? Digestion being optimal, things like that.
Whether you're trying to be in a surplus or a deficit because of how lean the protein sources are. Like, for example, salmon on a bulk would be great because it's higher in fat. And then, like, chicken on a cut or, like, fish on a cut, tuna, leaner protein sources will be better on a cut because it's less added fat and carbs.
Yeah. And then, it just, there's no, like, you don't have to eat just because you're, like, I like chicken doesn't mean you have to eat chicken. But at the end of the day, it comes down to, like, you do have to pick something and be consistent with it.
Yeah.
Like, again, dude, I'm not saying that you have to eat chicken every single fucking day, but, like, you can't be fucking going out to Zaxby's and eating a fucking meal, like, every day. You can't, like, I'm going to eat my 4 meals, and then, because it's my off season, I'm just going to eat, like, Chick-fil-A or Zaxby's or some bullshit every day. It's like, okay, dude, like,
or I think like a lot of people, especially people who like work like a 9 to 5, like and work 5 days a week, like on the weekdays, they follow the plan all week, and then on the weekends they go out and they just do whatever the fuck they want. It's like you're canceling out your fucking progress that you just made the entire week, you know?
Exactly.
So
Again, you gotta know what you're getting into. I also think the thing of like, it's like, dude, I'd like to be the best version of myself as a bodybuilder. Like, I knew that drinking just would not serve me anymore. It's like, why would I like go so hard training all week long, go so hard with my diet, to probably train hard Friday night, then go out, get no sleep, shock my central nervous system, and make it harder for me to get muscle recovery, burn body fat, because the second I intake a toxin, my body's going to focus on the most immediate problem. Now recovering from my workouts, not the most immediate problem. Like burning fat, getting proper digestion, all that shit. Now getting my alcohol blood level back to normal is the main problem.
yeah.
So like my thing with bodybuilding and my mindset behind it is, I take a minimalist approach if I'm trying to maximize my progress.
Yeah.
So that's what separates the people that really love this shit and do it like for a living, and then the people that like it's your hobby. Like Chris Bumstead ain't drinking every fucking Friday and Saturday.
Yeah.
I'm not even trying to be like that, but like
Yeah.
he goes out because he's a businessman now, but he ain't.
And he probably does like every like once in a while.
Yeah, like every 4 or 3 months he'll go on vacation with Courtney, and you see they'll drink like one night on vacation, but he's not on vacation like fucking obliterating himself.
Yeah, going absolutely balls to the wall. Yeah.
Yeah, and again, I'm not saying that. I just think there's a fine line, and you got to know what you're getting. So if you want to be the best bodybuilder you can possibly be, I'm also not genetically gifted. You can get away with shit like that if you're really genetically gifted.
Yeah.
I'm not some genetic freak. Like, I got to work my ass off if I want to do what I've said in my head like is going to happen.
Yeah.
So, again, before you get into it, also be fucking real with yourself. Like, what's attainable? What do I have to do? Not like, oh, well, Keon Prodigy does this. It's like, yeah, dude, Keon Prodigy was 200 like pounds of solid lean muscle at like 18 years old, bro. So of course Keon Prodigy does that. I'm like, yeah, you can't do that. Yeah.
Genetics play a big role, and I would say like when you get into lifting, like after a couple of years, if you've trained like effectively and correctly, and your diet was on point and shit, and you're still like not very big, just know it's not going to be very easy for you to be competitive in the sport of bodybuilding if it's been like a couple of years and you haven't made progress.
Well, not even that. Again, I think people don't understand how much it takes. If like, again, I can't get big fast. The genetics play a role. They don't determine what you're capable of in a sense of like work and what you can really achieve. It does to a certain degree. It more so determines how fucking hard you have to bust your ass, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So I don't grow easy off of 2,600 calories, 2,800 calories, 3,000 calories. Like, I don't grow off that. I grow at a very minimal rate. I need to fucking eat, bro. Like, that was a rude awakening for me. I'm training 6 months in, and I'm like, dude, I'm pushing food. I'm not getting bigger. I get coach. I hire Kevin as my coach for the first time. I was very rude awakening getting my first meal plan. Like, oh my God, I got to eat this much?
Yeah, it's crazy.
He's like, yeah, like, dude, you're small, and you got to, like, dude, you have a high basal metabolic rate. Like, dude, you need to eat.
Dude, I fucking wish.
Yeah, so again, it's like, it just determines how hard you have to bust your ass, and then where you have to bust your ass. If you aren't a hard gainer, you got to bust your ass harder on prep because you get less food.
Yeah.
So have fun with that end of things as well.
You said if you're a hard gainer, you get less food?
Or not a hard gainer. If you're not a hard gainer, you get less food. Like, you get less food than me on prep.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
I was down at like 1,300 fucking calories.
Yeah, bro. Like, you're always going to get less food because I just burn more calories at rest, so I can get away with eating more.
Yeah,
so,
but the thing is with that as well is I think, like, people who don't have that fast metabolism are always, like, envious of people that, like, do. And I feel like you said before, like what we said before, it's, like, relative, you know? So, like, if you eat that much food, like, and you're still in like 1,000-calorie deficit, for example, that's like a pretty big deficit, but just an example. If we're both in a 1,000-calorie deficit, you're eating 3,000, I'm eating like 2,000.
I'm still gonna be hungry.
Yeah, it's gonna be like we're still both fucking hungry. It's just like you have a faster metabolism than I do. And I think people are like envious of the people with faster metabolisms when in reality you guys are equally suffering the same amount, because of just your genetics.
Say higher basal metabolic rate, because people will clown you for saying fast metabolism.
Higher metabolic rate.
Basal metabolic rate.
Higher basal metabolic rate, guys.
Just because fast metabolism, slow metabolism, it's like you're right, but you're not.
You get my point, though.
Yeah, no,
You get the
100%. But in case some like user 1245 is like, it's basal metabolic rate, it's not fast metabolism.
Because
just in case.
Technically, like the mesocycle itself is like not as optimal, and if we're on fucking mesocycle 1A and user 13457 is on this other mesocycle and 46-degree angle, it's not optimal.
You know how fuckers can be. They like to look for any reason to say something. So
exactly,
fucking just saving you.
I feel you, bro. I feel you.
Fuck those guys.
Anything else with like bodybuilding that you wanted to touch on? I'll go because
yeah, you go. I've been talking my ass off.
I'll like summarize what we kind of went over. It's like a lot of people nowadays, like on social media, see everybody like going to the gym and shit. I would say the fitness industry is only growing, and a lot of like younger kids are even getting into it, which is like honestly motivating for myself, seeing like 12, 13-year-olds that are like, yo, like I'm in the gym, is this good? Like, what I'm saying? Stuff like that. But I think it honestly like pressures a lot of people to like want to get into bodybuilding, or like just like, yeah, like I would say like it pressures them to get into bodybuilding, and then whether they want to or not, they feel like they need to, when in reality they don't really know. Like, they should have that decision for themselves if they want to get into bodybuilding, but, like, you shouldn't just be pressured by social media.
Yeah, it's not like, oh, I have a great, like, people say I have a great aesthetic, I should compete. Well, I should compete. It's like, no, dude, like, try competing, do a show, see if you like it.
Yeah.
If you don't fucking like it, don't do it again,
That's
dude.
exactly what I did.
Don't do it again.
Like, I got so much shit on prep that were like, oh, you're not big enough to compete. You need to put on more size. Why are you competing if you have no size? It's like,
to try.
I wanted to see if I liked it or not. You know what I'm saying? Because imagine me bulking for 5 years straight before getting on stage. I get on stage and I fucking hate it. I hated the process of like going on prep and dieting and shit. And for 5 years, I just wasted.
Yeah, that sucks. I did the same thing. I did my first like little men's physique prep. I obviously never got to step on stage because they canceled me a week out for COVID. But I did the whole prep. It's 20 weeks. So I'm like dying. I'm also very small, bro. So like Kevin tried to make me come in condition. So that will probably be the shittiest prep I've ever had in my life. I was eating 24 grams of oats every other day. That's how much carbs I was getting.
It's wild.
I fucking felt like ass.
Yeah, it's terrible.
Cheeks, bro. Like, I passed out at the dinner table one time. I'm, like, sitting at the dinner table with my parents, and I look up at my light. I'm like, my dad's like, dude, are you good? I was like, is that shit blinking? Like, is that shit flickering? And he's like, no, yo. And I just, I was hyperglycemic. So I had really low blood sugar from just no carbs for, like, a terribly long time. And it's peak week, so I'm, like, controlling water and shit. Like dehydrated. Yeah. Plus I have sleep apnea, so that doesn't help. But it's like that shit. I like would be in school. I'm in school working at a gym and prepping. Yeah. So that sucked. Yeah. And my professors would come up to me and be like, "Dude, you don't look good. Like, are you okay? Like, go get some food." They'd be like, "Go get some food," or like, "I have this." I'd literally look at these people and be like, I want to feel like this. Like, leave me be. Like, this is what I do. Like, this is what I want to do. So if you don't have that mindset, like, when you're doing it, then it'll be terrible for you. So, like, again, try it. You don't have to, but, like, if you do your show and you're like, dude, I hate this.
Yeah, if you want to get into, like, do a prep and stuff, like, be prepared to fucking suffer. Gotta reset the camera.
Oh, shit.
We were talking about prep, so... Yeah, bro, like, if you go into a prep thinking it's going to be, like, easy, bro, and you're just gonna feel fucking great, and you're gonna be shredded, and everything's gonna be fine because you're fucking single digit body fat. No shot. No fucking shot.
But that's
It's
the
ass.
thing. People think they're fucking single digit body. People will be like, I'm sub 10% on TikTok, and I'm like,
You're like 17.
yeah, I'm like, bro, sub 10% my ass. Where's your veins? I see none.
That's what I'm saying. Bro don't even got like striated quads.
Yeah.
I had striated quads fucking like a couple weeks out.
Buster, come here.
But I mean, everybody's fat distribution is different. But
Lay down.
y'all's body fat percentages, like guesses, are like so off sometimes.
Buster,
it's
no.
crazy.
Lay down. Son, this is not your furniture. I'm sorry. You cannot get on it. Thank you.
Bro, fucking up the Potter, bro.
I'm sorry,
No,
bro.
I'm playing.
You'd have been mad if he got on that couch.
Nah, it don't matter.
Now I look like a dick.
Nah, he can stay there. It's fine. Alright, yeah, so like bodybuilding prep, be ready if you want to do it. And if you don't want to do it, then don't fucking do it.
And there's no shame in that.
That's what I'm saying. Like, no one's gonna be mad at you for not competing if you have like a good physique. Like I watch fucking
Jack
like
West.
Sush and James. Like Sush has a pretty good physique, nothing like super crazy. He was talking about competing. Oh no, Jack Italian. He was gonna do a prep. I think he was on prep and then like quit like halfway through.
He's
So
like, I hate this.
He's like, this shit's not for me. I think Sush might have did the same thing. I don't know, but one of them, they went through prep a little bit, got like decently lean.
He said, fuck this.
Felt the side effects of being super fucking lean, and quit.
Plus, when you're on pro like gear or pro hormones, like you feel good, but not. Like you're not sleeping. You know what I mean? Especially if they're running trend. Like, dude, you're not sleeping, and if you're not sleeping when you're not eating, you feel terrible.
Yeah.
So it just there's another factor of that when you're doing it, like you're doing it and not enhanced, and not, like I'm enhanced, pinning yourself, like feeling like just terrible from orals. And if you're doing clenbuterol, that raises your natural body temperature, that will make you feel like poop.
Yeah.
Like all that stuff. It takes a mental effect on you, if that makes sense, and also an effect on your body. It's just hard on your body. Prep is already hard on your body. Enhance yourself.
And it's a whole another other thing.
We're talking a different ball game, So again, also be realistic with like everybody's like, I'm gonna bodybuild and get on gear. It's like, are you ready to pin yourself 3 times a week for 20 years? Like, I'm so serious. Like, I hate it. I pinned myself last night and I hit a blood vessel and blood squirted out of my shoulder. Literally, like, squirted out of my shoulder. It's like a scene from fucking Monty Python.
Yeah, people will train for like 2 years and then they're like, yo, I want to be Chris Bumstead, hopping on test, trend, D-ball. Like Ronnie Coleman said, the basic shit.
Yeah.
Fucking hop on shit, and then
they're also
next thing you know, like they're like fucking 18 years old, and they change their entire like career path of what they want to do with their life. They think, I'm gonna be fucking C-bum, professional bodybuilder, like 2 years into lifting, and then it's like you're gonna hop on this shit now, and you haven't even like fully matured yet, and not even like matured, but I'm saying like in terms of what you want to do with the rest of your life. Like, what if you fucking hop on, and then change like what you want to do? Let's say you start hating the gym. Now you're on for the rest of your life,
Or again, you haven't even prepped.
Yeah,
you get on gear, you prep, and you're like, well, this sucks. I'm not going to be Chris Bumstead. Like, I hate prep.
Yeah, and then you change career path. Now you're on gear for the rest of your life.
Yeah,
and you're not even bodybuilding anymore. You don't even look good anymore because you don't even work out.
People also don't even get the idea of like, dude, you could get on ACG and bounce back if you do some like TRT or something, right? When you go down the path, it's like the Malcolm in the Middle scene. It's like there is no return from the path. You know? It's like when you go down the path and you shut your testosterone down, welcome to TRT for the remainder of your life after bodybuilding.
For lifer.
Yeah, like me, forever. I'm gonna be like pinning my ass, bro. It's like, yeah,
it's great.
No, like that, but that's like it's not great. But I knew that going. Like I was literally like, if I'm gonna bodybuild, I'm gonna fucking do it. There ain't no pussyfooting. I was like, I've been doing this for 3 years, natty now. Fuck it. I was like, dude, let's just jump in. Like, I know the consequences, and I know I'm gonna be doing this forever. Like, let's just do it.
When did you get on? What age?
Like, I was 20.
20?
21. No, 21.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. It's like
It's
a
almost
month
my
after my
time.
21st birthday. It's like a month after my 21st birthday. I'm pretty sure.
Solid. I think I'm aiming for probably 23 to 25, somewhere in that range.
But I did it like an idiot, too. My first, dude, again, it's like, you're so naive. My first cycle, I just did D-ball. Right? So I'm like,
Solid.
oh, I'm just going to do like
Because you didn't want to pin?
I had an irrational fear of needles.
Yep.
Crazy. So I'm also doing this before I get with Kevin. I'm like, dude, I'm just going to do D-ball. I get my buddy who I know is on gear. He gets me some D-ball. Da-da-da. Do it. Then I got Kevin coach me, and I'm like, one check, and I'm like, so what's good with, like, the dark side? What's good? And it just kind of went from there. You know what I mean? So, like,
there you go.
but even the first little bit, I also think people are like, oh, I'm going to get on test. I'm going to get huge. Test is
No
like,
shot.
yeah, like you're just introducing something you already have in your body.
Yeah.
Like Chris Bumstead's not just doing tests, bro. He don't look like that. Like, he's got great genetics, but like he also don't look like that because he's just running tests.
Yeah.
You know, like
What's he running?
he's definitely doing some like training. He's probably doing like 2 or 3 competition prep as he gets down to it. He's probably on like 2 or 3 compounds, but the dosage is there, bro. Like, you know, like last bulk, I'm pushing 250 mgs of EQ a week and 175 mgs of test. That's a lot of milligrams of steroids per week.
Steroids bad.
Yeah, so that gives you a reality or an idea of like what you fucking gonna end up probably doing.
Yeah.
You know.
And by the way, guys, if you guys are wondering, if you didn't pick it up already, I am natty, and Ali Star is enhanced. Okay. Like I said, I might hop on in the future if I see myself like becoming competitive in bodybuilding. I love bodybuilding. I like getting bigger. I want to get on stage again next year, but I don't know when exactly I want to hop on because I want to let my body like grow and like my brain grow. Because doesn't your brain like stop developing at 25?
You do, like, as a male, you keep until like 30.
Shit.
Yeah, so I mean, but here's the thing. It's not, dude, it's neurotoxic in a sense, but it's like
Not so much.
you're not like going to become a completely different person. The way I'll describe it is it usually enhances what you already are.
Yeah.
So if you're a fucking asshole, you got like really bad anger problems, you're a dick to most people just walking around already, it's probably not going to help. It's like not going to make you a nicer person.
I feel
You
that.
know what I mean? If you're a pretty nice, calm, cool, collected person, you'll have your moments where like obviously you feel like more amped up,
Yeah.
but it's not like
But you're just like, you're still chill. You're just more jacked now. Type
yeah,
shit.
but even like, dude, some things will bother you, but it's even not. It's not like, dude, I'm blasting. It's not like I'm like, oh my god, like this person. Yeah, you know, it's
You
like
gotta explode like 24/7.
it's very minuscule. Like, dude, it's almost like you have to be mad, and then you'll notice, like, okay, I'm pretty mad right now.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
Very true.
But if you don't get mad like that, you're not gonna just be like walking around pissed the fuck off.
Yeah.
Now maybe like prep.
Oh
That's
yeah.
that's a
Prep is
different thing though. Like
story.
I'm on
Hell
gear,
yeah.
but it's more so like I'm starving, so like I'm smell sensitive, noise sensitive, like
Yeah, if you go through prep, natty or enhanced,
You're gonna be pissed.
Miserable.
Yeah.
It's awful.
But yeah, it's like, so it's not like on my blast I'm like looking at the dude in the gym like, oh dude, fuck this guy. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you're not like walking around like that, bro. You just feel like the 10 times better version of yourself.
Wait, when you did your prep, you were on your first prep? Or no?
No. Yeah, that was with Kevin. Yeah.
With just D-ball or no? Because, like, no, I fucking forgot what I was going to say. No, because, like, for me on prep,
I was on test and D-ball, and then I did Winnie.
yeah,
I
because
think.
if you're on test, like, while dieting, does your libido still go down? Or do you still have, like, high test? So,
If you were to put a peanut butter and jelly or a woman in front of my face, butt-ass naked woman, totally would have gone for the peanut butter and jelly.
Well, that's always just what I wondered, is because, like, if you're injecting testosterone, then obviously your test levels are, like, pretty higher, right? Like, even if you're on prep. Compared to, like, me. Because if I diet down my test, like, I got my shit tested when I was, like, leaner. It was, like, 260. And then on my bulk, I was, like, 500. So, like, for me, when I'm leaner, I can tell I have no interest in women, like, whatsoever. You know?
No, I completely feel that.
So, like, I'm just wondering, if you're on shit, do you, like, is it the same as well, or is it a little better?
I mean, dude, like you get up, but, like, I'm not, like, dude, you're so tired. Like,
Yeah, there's just no interest in, like, anything else.
Yeah, like, I was still dating my ex when I was on that prep. So.
You still talking to her? You better not be.
No. Fuck.
You lying?
I've thought about it. I haven't broken, but I've thought about it.
It's good.
So.
Well, it's not good that you're thinking about it.
Yeah.
You shouldn't think about it.
Buster, please come over here, son. Please.
Yo, Buster, lay down, boy.
Please. So, like, we would have sex, but, like, it's not, like, I was not into it, bro. Like, I'm like sitting there, like.
It's like at that point you're just doing it for her.
I'm just sitting there, like I'd fall asleep, literally.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'd literally fall asleep. Yeah. Like,
I feel that.
Straight up, like, sitting there, like, yeah.
Motherfuckers, I was on prep, and motherfuckers are like, yo, how do you feel about NoFap? Do you do NoFap? I'm like, I'm doing NoFap right now because I got no fucking desire.
Because I got no fap.
I got nothing, you know what I'm saying? I got no desire at all. Like, fucking,
Again, if you would have put a butt-ass naked, like the hottest girl in the world in front of me and a PB&J, and been like, you could fuck this girl, or you can eat this PB&J, and it would not affect your prep right now. 100%.
100%
PB&J.
All fucking day.
Yeah, no
10
doubt.
out of 10 times, bro. Absolutely.
But again, it's like, that's where your head is when you get that hungry. You're just like, food.
Yeah, so regardless of if you're on gear or not, you still feel the same. Okay.
I would imagine it's a little. I don't know.
Yeah.
I would imagine it's worse, natty, but it's still not fun on gear.
Yeah. That's how it is, bro. Anything else about bodybuilding that we want to touch on or no? I think we got everything.
Yeah, bro. We talked.
That was 40 minutes of bodybuilding.
We got some good things out of that.
I put a question on my Instagram. I told you guys to, like, drop some topics, and one of the topics was you guys wanted to know about growing on social media, which is we were saying it before. It's like a very, like, tough pill to swallow whenever you get, like, the actual answer. But, like, the thing I always say is just, like, get in front of the camera and be yourself. If you want to grow on social media, you need people to resonate with you, and the only way that is going to happen is if you get on the camera, talk, be yourself, post content that you actually enjoy posting.
Content.
I'm
sorry, I couldn't.
Content. Gary V. Fucking garage sales. You know what I'm saying? You post your fucking content, and yeah, just get on the fucking camera and be yourself, because, like, at the end of the day, you are the best at being yourself. Nobody else can be you, and you can't be anybody else. You can try to be somebody else, but you're never going to be as good as that person is at being themselves, right? So get in front of the camera when you post your content. I always say you should post content that you enjoy posting. For example, like, there was a style of content that I used to post. It was like the rating my followers vacuums. And I didn't really like making them because it was like I would get shit in the comments, and, like, it's like, who the fuck cares what I think of your vacuum? Like, you shouldn't be worried about what I think. You should just do your fucking vacuums, practice them, and if you think it looks good, that's all that matters.
People are too sensitive for that shit, bro.
Yeah, and same thing with the physiques. Like, people rate people's physiques on TikTok. It's like, who the fuck cares what anybody else thinks of the physique if you're happy with it, you know? As long as you're happy with your physique, then, like, fuck it, dude. I know, obviously, like, body dysmorphia and shit, but, like, I don't know, right?
No, you have a very good point. So, like, I have a client who asked me, like, a couple days ago, he's like, you know, I look at all these people that post these crazy transformations on TikTok and Instagram and stuff, and, you know, I've been like counting my calories and going hard at this for like 6 to 8 months now, and I don't think like I'm anywhere close to like their year or 2 year transformation.
Yeah.
One, I'm like, okay, you're already anticipating something bad before it's happened. Like, you're not at 2 years yet, so don't anticipate negative shit before we're there. One. Two, focus on being the best version of your physique.
It's like you're comparing someone else's chapter 1 to chapter 3 transformation when your book is an entire different book.
Exactly. My worst point of my mental health in my fitness career or fitness journey, I hate this career journey, is when I got like 6 months into it and I'm like starting to get, you know, creep on Instagram and follow people, and I'm following people like Sadiq Hadijovic, like
fucking absurd,
like Ulysses World, like
yep.
people like that, and I'm like doing Ulysses World ab workouts, like, dude, my abs look nothing like his. Like, I'm trying to like cut, and I'm like, dude, okay, yeah, my abs are never gonna look like his. I have totally different origins, insertions, and all types of shit. You know what I mean?
Bro, some funny ass story. I used to think that like training abs is what like got you abs.
Yeah.
And I remember because I would train them like literally every day after every single workout.
I used to do the same shit.
And then I started to see them. But I was also like, I started to eat a lot better too.
Yeah.
So I didn't realize. I thought the ab workouts themselves were giving me abs, but it was my diet. You know what I'm saying? I used to be fucking dumb. I mean, everybody starts though. Like, you learn so many things as you get into lifting, like, for sure.
Yeah, and then like, again, looking at Arnold's like biceps, dude, I'd get so upset. Like, dude, my arms suck, bro. Like, I'm never gonna have good arms. It's like, okay. He also has a really, if you look at his muscle,
bro.
It's all because of the way his bicep inserts on his arm. It's like right here, and mine inserts like right at my elbow. So you got to think again, larger frame, larger like muscle belly. It's not going to be as round of a muscle belly because it's fucking. I got more to fill out.
That's why so many people think like I'm heavier than I actually am, I think, is because of like how my muscles are shaped.
But your muscle
like,
bellies are great. They're great.
You know, I'm only 160, but whenever I ask people how much they think I weigh, it's always like in the 170s or 180s, bro. Like, it's wild.
Yeah, that's what I would say, because just looking at you, you look like $180.
Yeah.
So, but that's just it just all comes. So don't fucking sit there. Shout out to like any of your followers. Don't compare your physique to Ben's physique or like any of my followers. Don't be like, I want to be like Alistair. Dude, be like you.
Yes.
And I don't mean that in any bad way, because like you're going to get fucked up in your head. Again, when I look at like other influencers, I'd be like, dude, I want arms like that. Okay. That's a really unrealistic expectation I've just set for myself that I'll never achieve because I don't have his arms, because they're my fucking arms, dude. You know, like,
just focus on getting the best physique that you can possibly get rather than looking at other people and saying like, that's why I always hate when people are like, I want to have this physique, or like, I want to have your physique. Whenever like someone DMs me and is like, yo, your physique is my goal, like your physique is goals, like I want to look like you, I'm like, bro, I'll send them a voice message. I love sending voice messages. I'll be like, bro, just focus on becoming the best version of yourself and just becoming a better physique. Like, you're just improve on your own physique, because that's the best you can do at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? And having a realistic goal is so much better than having a goal that is just unattainable.
No doubt.
You know?
It's just more of a mindset thing. So I'll do it like sometimes. Again, I say it like, dude, I'm trying to be like C-Bum, but I'm not saying like I want to look like C-Bum. Like, I'm saying like I'm trying to go hard like that.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
I'm trying to be the fucking Mr. Olympia.
Yeah, like I'm trying to go fucking hard like that, but
yeah.
I'm not saying like I need to look exactly like that's again terrible mindset to have, because you're just going to get bad mental health from it. Like I said, my worst times are sitting there on Instagram, like at the beginning of this, looking at like Sadiq Hadijovic, like, you need to do this so your bicep grows this way. It's like, oh my God, dude, no.
And that's another thing is like, don't take what we said and be like, nah, fuck you now. Like, I still want to. I still want to inspire all of you guys. Like, I want you guys to look what I do, like bodybuilding, content creation, and stuff. And like how, like, I know I work hard. Like, that's not even to be like cocky. Like, I work hard at this shit, and that's why I've got to the point that I've gotten to. I want y'all to watch me and watch what I do and shit, and be inspired to become
do your own shit.
Yeah, to do your own thing. Don't copy what I do, but take a spin off of it and then do whatever you want to do. And if I can inspire you, like that's like my goal with like everything I do on social media, is I want to inspire you guys to do what you want to do. But just don't copy other people, and don't tell yourself that you want to look like me or like someone else, because you're not. You're never gonna look like that person. You know, it's just like take inspiration from them and run with it and put your own spin on it. You know.
Yeah, like shout out Callum Von Moger and Rich Piana. I never watched Rich Piana's videos and was like, I want to look like Rich Piana.
I want fucking 30
but
inch arms.
Yeah, but I dead ass would watch his videos and get so motivated to not miss a meal.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, he's like, you gotta fucking make it work.
It's like Brian Shaw,
yeah,
bro. Brian Shaw tells you
eat. Yeah,
Brian Shaw tells you to eat every meal, but you don't want to look like him. He's like strong man.
Exactly.
You know
like, dude, I'd sit there and listen to. It's just a mindset, dude. He's like sitting there. He's just like, dude, you gotta fucking make it work. You have to sacrifice shit if you want to make things work. And he's talking about eating meals and sacrificing your pleasure, like your comfort, when it comes to eating foods you want. But that sentence could go for anything.
Yeah.
If you want to make anything work, you're gonna have to sacrifice some shit. Pleasure, time, just sleep, money, effort, energy, something. You know what I mean? You're gonna have to take out something to get something out of something.
Yeah. Like I would say, over the past like 2-3 years I've been doing social media, the amount of sacrifices that I have had to make, like I don't go out like at all. Like I go to a college, Coastal Carolina University, big ass party school. I think I went out like maybe 4 times, maybe.
Partying's overrated. Money's better.
That's what I'm saying. Like right now, I'm just working my ass off to build my brand and make more money, because right now there's no risk. I was talking to someone about this, but like in your early 20s and shit, you can like take all these risks. Like for example, me, like I live in this house and I don't have to pay for it. Like I'm very grateful, and like I have a lot of things paid for, and like I can take a lot of risks right now with my business, with like whatever I want to do, and like long term. And this is the time to do it. When you're younger, when you're still under your parents' roof and shit like that, take those fucking risks, work your ass off. And then when you're in your 30s and you got like kids and you got a wife and shit, you're already well established and you could do whatever the fuck you want, you know?
Yeah, no doubt. And we're on the other flip side. Like, people are blessed, right? You're very blessed to have the situation you have. I fucked around and was an asshole in high school, so my parents, like, I screwed my parents out of a lot of money.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, the reason I grinded so hard is because I was put into a position of, like, oh, wow, I'm living paycheck to paycheck, training in a gym. Like, I can hardly pay my bills.
Yeah.
And there's only so many hours in a day. So I either work 15 to 16 hours in a day training clients instead of 12. And then I like sacrifice sleep or whatever to make a little bit more money and like hardly enjoy myself. Or I can go fucking grind my ass off.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's like there's also a scenario I feel like some people that do well under pressure, because I feel like I do.
Yeah.
Like, again, with the situation with the car. I bought the car. I have already made back my down payment on that car.
That's what I'm saying. What did I tell you about
the second,
that?
Yeah, it's the same thing. Like, when I put myself in, I moved my dad was like, dude, you got to move out. You're 22. You got to get the fuck out. Yeah. Like, dude, come on, bro. It's not like get kicked out, but he's like, dude, come on. Like, you got to try at least. Yeah. Come on, man. Like, I've been living at my parents' house since I'm fucking forever. Yeah. And basically since I'm 18, when I should have probably been out a little bit. So to have to buy my own, like, fucking get my own apartment, groceries, apartment, everything on my own. No assistance, like, out from outside, because they're paying me from their gym, you know? So in their eyes, they're like, they're already paying me in a sense, you know what I mean? Yeah. Like, I'm also bringing clients into their gym, but they're paying me. So that scenario, when people get put in sticky situations, don't take, like, you can either take 2 routes. I can either be like, dude, my life sucks and this is going to be my life. Or it's like, I'm going to work my ass off, so this is not my life. And now I pay my bills sitting in my fucking home office, coaching and making content. So that's just
the life.
It's just how you flip your perspective, and then what fucking happens to you. You know what I mean?
So yeah, you started with like nothing, right?
Yeah, literally.
Like, you were getting by like paycheck to paycheck, and it's like, I think if you have less, you're so much more likely to work harder. Whereas like if you have like when I have more money sitting in my account, I get content. You know what I'm saying? So whenever I have money sitting in my account, I put it towards like chicken and rice clothing. Like I'll buy inventory because I buy all the inventory outright, and then whatever I make is what I make, whatever I make back. So if I have like 10K in my account, I'll put out, 5 to 7K on like clothing, and then I have to sell it because then I have less money in my account. I'm so much more motivated to make content to sell that clothing and to market that clothing. You know what I'm saying?
No doubt.
So it's like with you did like coaching, right? So you're doing in-person coaching. You moved to online coaching, and you were starting to make a shit ton more money.
And
you know
I've been posting this whole time. So I'm still doing Instagram and shit, but I didn't want to do it seriously until I was put in a position of like
you got to do it.
Like, I'm either gonna work in a gym for the rest of my life and train like 14 people a day and make like maybe upwards of 50 to 60 grand a year, or I could go to social media, bet on myself, and potentially make. The threshold is definitely, it's not even, there is no threshold at this point, bro. Who is to even say what happens in the next 5 years with this shit? You know, like look at Steve Cook with Gymshark. There is no threshold to like what you can do in a sense with social media now. So, but again, I always knew that. I did not take that seriously until I was backed into a corner basically, and I couldn't pay. When you're like looking at your bank and you work your ass off for 2 weeks, and then you get your biweekly paycheck, and I'm like, oh God, by the time I pay my rent, electric, Wi-Fi, and get groceries, I have like $200 to spend.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
It's shitty.
And it does not make you feel great. You're like, oh, wow.
Yeah.
Like, oh, fuck. Like, I'm lucky I have my car paid off already. Yeah. You know what I mean? So, again, when you have to survive, you'll either, like, you'll kick fucking rocks, bro, or you'll make that shit happen.
Exactly. And I would say that's definitely down to the individual, because, like, some people are built for that shit and can like work their ass off and get out of that hole, and then some people, they can't.
I almost think my dad might have made me get out because he saw how comfortable I was living at the house.
Yeah. And I would say when you left the house, did like everything fucking change?
My whole mindset about just work in general, I was like I'm on my own now, bro. Like there ain't no going back to the house, homie. Yeah. Like I'm out.
That's what I'm saying. I would say when I moved here, everything fucking changed. I started posting on social media. I would have never had the balls to post my physique and shit on social media if I stayed in my hometown. If I stayed at my parents' house and shit, because I was so fucking worried about what all my friends in New Jersey would think if I started posting my shit. And like deep down, I always wanted to, because I started working out, and I was working out in my fucking basement in quarantine, just like grinding every single fucking day. And I wanted to post because I was like, yo, this might inspire some other people, and I could probably get like my friends and like other people into lifting and shit. But like I just did not have the balls because I was just so stressed about what other people would think around me. When I moved here, I was like, fuck it, nobody knows me here. I'm leaving all those people in Jersey, and I could give a fuck what they think because I'm probably never going to see them for a while, And now I just went back to Jersey like last weekend, and everyone's like congratulating me on like what I'm doing now because I'm doing so well. And it's just like I don't really know if they like used to talk shit on me because I didn't have those connections with them anymore because I kind of like cut everybody off. Not cut everybody off. Like I still have like
space for yourself, bro.
Yeah, I took got away, did what I needed to doing what I love, and I just said fuck what they think. I'm sure like a lot of people, they still talk shit on me, I'm sure,
you
but
worked
like
on yourself.
I'm not even worried about it. I don't care because it's just like I'm doing so well now, where it's like, I told you so. Like fuck you guys, if you can talk your shit because I'm here.
I had some like a couple of my friends would supported it, a couple, and I don't want to name names because I love all these guys. It's nobody's obligation to follow my Instagram or like it or whatever.
Yeah, for sure.
But I had best friends of mine
unfollow you,
clown my shit, bro.
Okay.
Clown my shit, dog.
Yep.
When I first got into it, and I'm still living at my parents' house. So when that's happening, again, I just felt like, dude, I was not as comfortable with just. I was like, dude, like when I got out, I was getting like, fuck it, dude. I'm just gonna post and put it all on the table and just be myself,
because fuck it, dude.
Like, dude, what? Yeah, like, dude, they're already talking shit. So whatever at this point. But I also didn't even feel comfortable like doing it, being in my hometown gym, like working, like people would walk by and laugh, like when I'd be recording and shit, or come up and be like, "Why do you have a camera?" Like that in general like again, it's the individual. Like I should have not let it bother me, but it bothered me.
Yeah.
You know, like it discouraged me to the point I was still posting. You can go back on my Instagram. I'm still posting throughout the whole time.
Yep.
But you can tell I'm not comfortable posting.
Yeah. And that's what I think anybody that starts doing social media, if you go back and look at their old content, it's so much different from like how they are now. Like I'm so much more like confident on camera and like when I make my videos and shit than I used to be. Like I used to be so like hidden. Like I feel like it just like scared.
I feel like the social media effect is I'm almost more confident on camera and on a phone than I am in person now.
Yeah.
Which is really like
Crazy.
I gotta get as good as I am like talking to a fucking camera now as I am with like people, because I'll almost freeze up with people more so kind of than on camera now, and it's just because I'm so used to.
I think I've just gotten good at like both, and it's just like the same on both. Like at my fucking when I was in Jersey, my brother had a graduation party, and like all of his friends were there, and like one kid, his name's CJ. Shout out CJ. I talked to him and his two friends for probably 30 minutes straight because he wants to do what I do, and he might even be coming to the same college as me, which would be pretty dope. But he wants to do what I do, and like I will talk about this shit all day. If someone wants to do what I'm doing, not exactly what I'm doing, but like, you know, like just like fitness, just online, like, you know, social media and shit, I will help you and I will talk to you for as long as you want me to talk to you, because like I love this shit. You know, I can talk about this shit all day.
I'm more like talking about like I'm like more comfortable in a setting where I'm just have to put my phone up and record myself or talk. Like I could talk in a crowd if I had my camera on me. I felt like I was vlogging more so than like if we were to go to a fucking club. Like I got to get better. Like the social media effect for me has been like I'm more comfortable in a social media setting.
I think I know what you're talking about.
Than even like dude, I used to party, right?
Yeah.
So I'm like used to be the guy that's like acting wild in a party.
Yeah.
I don't know how I would even act like in a club now. You know
I think I know exactly what you're saying. It's like we're here, we both know each other, we're comfortable with each other, but like if I was gonna go talk to someone random, I probably wouldn't be as like confident. You know what I'm saying?
But then even if the camera was on, I guarantee you I'd be more confident. If you were to be like go up to that guy and just ask him a question.
Okay.
If the camera's on, I feel like because I know it's for social media, I'm like, dude, I'm recording. Like
I feel that.
You know what I mean? It's almost like I've gotten so comfortable being recorded. It's almost like my confidence is higher.
Yeah, but I would say like us when we have a conversation off camera, it's the same as right now as if we're having a conversation because we know each other, we're comfortable with each other. So it's like it's like the same shit.
And I'm good at like meeting people in a gym setting where I'm comfortable in a gym.
Yeah.
It's more like I used to be very good with people when I was out of my element, and now it's like I'm more like okay.
Yeah.
You know, but that's just the effect of I feel like just also finding a community. You get in a niche of people like my niche. I love my friends that I grew up with, but we don't have much
in common
anymore.
Yep. And that's the same with me, bro. It's like I used to be friends with all these people that I saw like this weekend, and they're all doing different shit now because I completely like changed like my interests.
Exactly.
And like people even like called me out on that, not like in a bad way, but like they were like, "Yo, like since when did you like, you know, like go to the gym and shit?" Because like the last time some of these people saw me was when I was like fucking 16, 15 years old, when I just was in high school, just like doing whatever,
just chilling.
Just chilling. So it's like they're like, "When did you start doing this?" And it's just like, you know, I've been doing it for like 4 years, bro. Like, you just haven't fucking seen me.
People just, again, but that's why, like, you you almost, like, grow. You almost, like, I don't want to put it that way, like, outgrow people, because people, it's not like they're lesser, you know? It's not like I'm up here,
everybody's
here.
Equal, yeah.
We're just in different lanes.
Yeah.
You know? Like, I'm in this lane, they're in that lane. Some people are in that lane. So I want to be with people that are in the same fucking lane as me.
Exactly. You know what I mean? And it's like, it's tough because you used to be in that same lane as them. You
and
know, and you grew out of it.
And I want to, like, you know, but some of my friends, like my buddy Lucas, we always, like, my dad owned a gym, so we grew up going to my dad's gym. Still talk to him a good bit. Still talk to my buddy Colin a good bit. He loves to work out. Now, my friends that don't work out went home for 4th of July, and I find it awkward because, like, I have a hard time even, like, it's almost like I just start talking about like, something of, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's tough.
And they're like, they're just like, they're not interested in it, you know? So then I'm like, you know, it's like what we used to talk about is like shooting guns and drinking and fishing and shit. And I'm like really not into that anymore. Like I'm into it. Like I'd love to do it, but I'm not going to go chill out on the boat and drink beer with you and shoot skeet for 6 hours.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not into that anymore.
Yeah. People's interests change, and that's just life, you know?
So we kind of hit this awkward moment of like, it's like, what have you been up to? It's like eating meals, getting big. What have you been up to? Like, you know, working,
fishing.
Drinking beer, fishing. I'm like, fuck, like where do we go from here? you know, like,
dude,
like
it's tough.
So,
but at the end of the day, I mean, you do what you love at the end of the day, and if
we still love each other, but
hell
we're just
yeah.
in different. You know, people are in different lanes.
Hell yeah.
I feel like the people that take it personally are the people like it hurts me more. You know what I mean? Like I have some friends that are like, you don't drink anymore. Like you used to be so much more fun when you drank. That right there, I'm like,
that's annoying. Yeah.
I'm like, bro, really? Like, because I don't think I was. Like, you know?
Yeah.
It's like, dude, like, holy crap. Like,
Yeah.
tell me how you really feel, bro.
Facts.
Shit. Like,
I don't know. I feel like we kind of like skipped over the fucking part about growing on social media. I think we said like be yourself.
Well, dude, what is there behind other than like, dude, okay, you want to be a fitness influencer, okay, post fitness content. Okay, there's a million fucking people doing it. So what is the one way you're going to stand out?
You got to find it.
It's very being yourself, and I can't sit here and be like, you must post this video. Like you gave me an idea 2 months ago. You're like, record yourself and just fucking be goofy talking about your workouts.
Yeah.
And those videos have been popping for me.
Hell yeah.
But I'm also, you weren't like, act this way on camera.
Yeah.
Act this way. You were like, dude, just be yourself and put your face behind your workouts.
I literally send this fucking DM to every single person that DMs me asking about like growing on social media.
Be yourself.
Get in front of the camera, be yourself, you know? Because at the end of the day, you can't go wrong with that because whatever stems from that is going to be your thing.
And even if
you post consistently and you will find your thing.
Even if you like don't know, like people will ask me like, dude, if I don't know biomechanics well, because my content's more like intelligence based. Like if I don't know biomechanics well, like can I post or should I post? I'm like, dude, yeah.
Yeah.
Like, dude, you also learn as you go, and your content will get better as you learn. It'd also be kind of like a timeline of how you, like, dude, if you go back on my Instagram 5 years and look at some of the workouts I used to post, you would be like, wow.
It's not optimal.
Yeah, you would be like, dude, this kid used to not know shit.
Yeah.
You know? So it's
but
like,
you posted
but
fucking consistently, you know, and you figured it out.
And I was, again, also, like, more comfortable being myself when I got out of my house, like we talked about. But the whole time, I was just like, it's just me working out, bro, and talking about my journey.
And I would say, like, we always say, like, be yourself, but, like, we make it sound like it's easy, but sometimes it's not. Like, I'm going to be honest, like, when I started posting at first, and I'm sure when you started posting at first, like, you're a lot more closed off, and you're not as, like, confident and open, and you're not as... Fuck's the word?
Not like
not genuine.
You're not. I'm not like fluent with my personality. Almost, it's almost like I was not acting a certain way. I was like holding back.
Yeah, exactly.
Which made me seem like I was acting a different way.
Yeah,
like
so it's very obvious when you guys are like not authentic on camera, or like you're either trying too hard or you're like not trying enough and you're holding back, like you said.
Yeah,
like it's very obvious, and that's why you just gotta learn to not give a fuck. And that's the key, is because as soon as you stop giving a fuck, you're able to be yourself regardless. You know, if you're on the camera or if you're not on the camera, you're just gonna be you regardless. But like when you care about like what other people think, it's like obviously that's when you're going to, you know, be more holding back, and just like you're not gonna let yourself or let your personality like stem through if you're just always worried about what other people think.
Yeah, like for example, I don't like the way my voice sounds on like voice recordings or cameras.
It's always like, it sounds different.
But like, but that's like, dude, like what?
Not even you. I'm saying I think everybody has that problem.
No, I know, but like, what am I gonna do? Like, fucking use it? Like, animated like voice to do my voiceover. It's like, dude.
Brian Shaw.
Yeah, so like, I'm self-conscious about a lot of things. I also think I look cross-eyed when I do those videos with my shit in the back where I put my phone in front of my face.
Yeah.
Before I crop it, when it's like close, like you can see the whole like background, it's almost like the way the angle of the camera is, I look fucking cross-eyed. And I'll look at it sometimes and be like, dude, what the fuck? Like,
I think I used to do that as well with like certain shit where I would like get a clip that I would film and like I'd just like go over my head like this isn't good enough.
yeah, but nobody's paying attention that much to like, again, but I also don't look fucking cross-eyed. But nobody's like, you are your worst enemy if you overthink yourself.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Especially with like making content. So I do a couple takes with those videos where I'm talking over. If I obviously like blah, 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 really bad,
Yeah.
right? But I'm not sitting there cutting out. You've also noticed I've gotten better at just keeping more of it raw.
Yeah.
Like I'm not going to cut out if I like say a word kind of funky.
Yeah.
Because then I'll just say something funny like, dude, I'm a fucking idiot. Like,
With me, when I film like YouTube videos and shit, I know that I'm gonna edit it. So if I'm like mid sentence and like I fuck up like my word
do
or I
that shit
stutter,
too.
I just re-say it. Like I'll say it, I'll pause and then I'll say it again so that I can like edit it out. But
I did that shit 4 times in one clip yesterday, recording for YouTube.
oh, it's terrible, bro. Sometimes it's like 6 times in a row where I'm just like,
I was like, I'm gonna pose it.
I'm making red chicken meatball.
Yeah.
Oh fuck!
I'm gonna pose at 6 with just. I'm gonna pose it. I was like, I'm gonna pose at 6 with just. No, I think I'm gonna film and pose at 6.
Bro, especially
No, I think
on
I'm gonna
prep.
pose at 6. Yeah, I was so bad. I was like, dude, why can't I talk right now? Like, this is terrible.
Bro, when I was on prep, it was awful. Like making videos and trying to like get sentences together in my brain. Holy shit, dude! Like I could not even talk on prep in front of the camera. It was awful because my brain was just not working, and I would just like be mid sentence, and I would just completely forget what the fuck I was talking about. Fucking wild.
That was another plus to like why I definitely didn't want to work in a gym. Being on prep and trying to train clients, paying because I have to pay my bills. Homie,
Yeah.
12
tough.
clients a day on peak week, dude,
That's
something like
tough.
that.
Fuck
Yeah, that's why I was like, nah, dude, I really have to make this happen.
Yeah.
Like, dude, like,
It's tough.
like-
Hell yeah.
But it's not an easy road. Like, you should close off on this. It's not an easy road. Don't think just because it doesn't, like, dude, it doesn't happen like this. Like, you have to work towards it. So, like, I didn't just stop working in my parents' gym and go to, like, this magical land of having clients and posting.
Yeah.
Like, I was working at my parents' gym, 10 to 12 clients a day, and then going and working on my own business for, like, another 8.
Yeah.
Getting, like, 4 to 5 hours of sleep the first 6 months of this, like, almost every night, working Saturday, Sunday, no days off for, like, a good 3 to 4 months. And then things start clicking.
Yeah, especially at first, social media does not pay shit. Like, you don't get paid from TikTok for getting, like, a couple thousand views. You don't get paid by YouTube unless you're already well established and shit like that. So, like, even with me, I used to work at Longhorn, like, for the longest time, like, probably, like, 9 months. Because I wasn't making anything on social media.
You're like, dude, I got to make
So
money.
I was like, I need to make money to put food on my fucking table, especially eating 5 meals a day, fucking chicken and
pre-workout,
rice.
fucking protein.
Like, yeah, all this
that
shit. Like, I needed to pay for it, so make money. Because social media wasn't doing shit. Longest time working at Longhorn, eventually, chicken and rice fucking takes off. I'm making, like, I don't want to put numbers, but, like, I'm making hella bread.
Versus working at Longhorn.
Yeah, sustainably, and I'm doing what I love. And I think it was awesome. So I was like, dude, I don't need this job anymore because I'm making so much, and I want to put more time and effort into this to make potentially even more, you know? So it's like, at first, you're going to need to scrape together money, you know, and shit like that. Like,
and work your ass off.
Yeah, work a job, work whatever you're doing to make money, and then, like, social media, like I said, does not pay very well unless you're very, like, well established and you have a lot of sponsorships and you have outlets, like, that make you money. Social media itself, like TikTok, does not pay you a lot. Even like big ass TikTok accounts don't make a lot from like the creator fund. You know,
Maybe
they
like
make,
$2,000 a year.
Yeah, they make most of their money from like sponsorships and other outlets. So like,
because they sell themselves. They're not just like a profile.
Yeah, and I think so many like influencers are ready to drop everything to like become an influencer and just like go balls to the walls at it. And it's like, bro, I mean, yeah, if you're with your parents, like I said, like with the risk thing, like there's no risk there. But like eventually you're gonna grow up and you're not gonna have shit because you're not making any money. Like I mean, yeah, you got to do what you love, but you need to make money as well. You know, because if you don't make money, then
if you're gonna do this, it takes effort, thought, like creativity, and like persistent fucking
consistency, bro. Nobody like you need to be consistent.
And you also
100%.
need to be persistent and like not like, oh dude, my videos aren't getting views. Like I've been posting for a couple months now. Okay.
If it's not working,
Keep
you're not
fucking posting though too. Like go back to it's like when they used to. It's like writing an essay. Okay, your essay sucks. What'd your teacher say? Go back to like your diagram.
Yeah.
Rewrite your web, your thoughts. What are you gonna write about? Okay, go back to the drawing board. What are you gonna do your content for? Who is your following already?
Yeah.
Who are you attracting?
Yeah.
That's gonna tell you who your content's for and shit like that. But people again just don't want to do the work. They think that influencing is just posting and that's that. It's
a lot of experimentation. You're going to find that certain things do well and a lot of things don't do well. And obviously you want to stick to the things that do very well as long as you actually enjoy making that kind of content. Because like there's certain content that I used to make that did really well, but I didn't really enjoy making it. But now I make content that I like and it's starting to do well and I'm doing well, you know? So like it's hard to find at first and it takes some time in experimentation, like I said, but once you find it and you enjoy making it, then you're good, and that's your content.
Don't be afraid to just fuck around and put yourself out there too.
Exactly. There's a lot of experimentation, like I said, and I think that's where we're gonna end it. I think we're talking for like an hour and 15, some shit like that. I don't know. But
I gotta poop.
I know Ali Star's got to take a dumpski. Chicken or rice will make that happen. You know.
No doubt.
That's
I had red chicken.
600 grams protein straight to your face.
Feel me?
Yeah, feel me? Emperor effer, double quarter pound
that
of
fucker
cheese.
made me feel so good today in the gym.
When he said you look like
he said
John
you look like John Effer, I said,
oh, like.
I was like, really,
like,
bro?
that's
I love you. Can I kiss
crazy.
you?
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like,
Yo,
bro, like.
Shout out Ethan came up with a fucking Alistair and said he looked like John Effer. I was like, holy shit.
I was like, I love you. like, thank you. Like, I don't, but I love you. Like.
Alrighty, it's been Ben and Ali Star, Chicken and Rice Potter, and we out. Peace.